What is up, you guys? We are back here with another video, and for today's video we're going to be installing and testing out the new racing CDI that they make for these pit bikes here. And you can pick these up pretty cheap on Amazon or eBay for about $10. So we're going to be testing out to see if it's actually worth spending your money on this, or is it junk and you should stick with your stock CDI. Alright, so I have both CDI boxes right here, and I will say this box, not only does it look cooler, you guys all can agree this thing looks way cooler, but it is heavier and it is larger than the stock CDI. And I know you're probably thinking this is a 6-pin, this is a 5-pin. This is from an old SSR, but the one that has on right now is basically the same thing, just 6 pins instead of 5. So I just wanted to show you before we get to the video. And this also has a little light on there, I guess just to show you it's working. And it has a little graph on there, I guess in other writing, not English, that it makes more power. So we're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna run the bike with the stock one, and once we do that, we're gonna change it to this one and see if it's worth spending the extra money for a racing CDI. Alright guys, so we are on the SSR right now, and this does have the stock CDI right now. So this is stock right now, nothing special. We're just basically riding it, you know, just to get a feel for how the throttle is, the response, so then I can have something to compare it to once we install the new CDI box, the racing box, I guess. But one thing I do want to do to kind of test out to see if it makes a difference is I want to launch this bike a little bit, and just to kind of have something to compare it to. So let's try to launch it. See, it kind of popped up there. Yeah, so it feels pretty good. The front wheel did pop up a little bit. But yeah, it feels pretty good. It feels like a normal, you know, 125 SSR pit bike. Nothing too special. Alright, so we're going to do a top speed run with the stock bike as is. And as you can see, everything is at 0. And we're going to test it out. And the reason why I'm doing this, just because with this top speed run, I can actually have a number to compare it to. So let's go ahead and get a speed run. So the bike does run really good in the stock form. It's pretty good for a 125, but we're hoping to at least see some increase with the racing CDI. And although it's only $10, but you know, hopefully you actually get something, because they do claim you get more power. Alright, so right now we did 49.5 miles per hour. We're just gonna leave it at that. The wind is a little bit against us, but I guess that's the top speed for today. We're gonna go ahead and switch out the CDI box and redo this test. Alright guys, so I went ahead and took the fairings off, which was just 2 screws here and 2 in the rear here. It does have little clips here, but I took them off just so it could be easier to remove, so just 4. And this is where the CDI box sits, just right over here, just held on by this little rubber piece. But as you can see, this is the actual original one, 6-pin, but it's still the same size, same everything. And these are the connections here. So we're just gonna go ahead and connect this racing CDI box, zip tie it onto here, throw the fairings on, and go take it out for a test drive. Okay, so we're back on the SSR, and now we do have the upgraded racing CDI in it. And let me just tell you one thing that I automatically noticed the difference on, and that is the idle. So look it, if I just let it go, that thing wants to roll by itself. So the idle definitely got changed up. This thing wants to roll on its own, so the idle got higher. Anything else? Not really. Throttle response still feels the same. While I was riding on the way here, everything felt the same. No difference really. I'm gonna like get on it. It feels the same. So if there is a difference, it is very, very minor. It's not really noticeable. If there is a difference, I don't know. I can't really tell just by riding it. Let's see, we're gonna try to do a little takeoff, you know, from 0, just so we can see if that feels different. So it's still wheelied like before. And it's pretty good. The power is going through. Alright. So it felt almost the same. I can't really tell if it made a difference just by riding it. I can't tell you. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it made a difference, because I can't feel it. What I will say, and I don't know if it's just, you know, placebo, I'm pretty sure it could be, but I don't know if maybe the bike is maybe revving out a little higher. We're gonna test that out right now with the top speed, but just based off my ear, I feel like, you know, maybe it's revving out higher when I'm maxing it out. But who knows? Just like riding it, you know, like this, you can't really tell. Throttle response still the same. Doesn't feel like you gained any power. So let's go ahead and turn around, and we're gonna do a top speed test, and I try to make it as fair as possible. We're doing it in the same stretch of road, going the same direction, which is that way, back the other way, and same time. Alright, so I went ahead and reset everything to 0 right there. So we're gonna do a new speed run with the Racing CDI to see if it actually made a difference. So let's go ahead and do that. So it felt pretty good there. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything was good. Let's see our speed. Oh, and look at that. I made the same U-turn exactly right there. So this is basically everything the same. Let's see. All right, so the number is 50.1 miles per hour. So there you guys go. That is the test for the CDI racing box there. And in my book, I'd say it was a total fail. I would not recommend buying these Chinese CDI boxes. If I were you, I would keep your stock CDI. At least, you know, it's made for the bike. It's going to be more reliable than throwing, you know, Chinese CDI box on there. Who knows? It could probably even break in the future or stop working. If I were you, I'd put that $10, $15 into the carburetor, upgrade the carburetor or a sprocket, somewhere where you know it will actually make a difference, and you'll just enjoy the bike way more than the Chinese CDI box. We are going to end up upgrading the carburetor on this pit bike just to give it a little more power and, you know, make it a little more fun to drive. And you'll actually see what a carburetor does compared to, you know, Chinese CDI box. So if you guys want to watch more of my videos, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get updated when I drop a new video. And if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like for me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.